so here he is, the #1 UFC middleweight contender, and in this era, that's saying something, right? To get through this gauntlet and emerge out of the pack, realize a UFC title shot, now the world finds out what exactly this man can do.
You know, John, as we've spoken about, if shark-infested waters trying to manage, navigate through this division, it's one thing to get here, and it's a major accomplishment, but to become the champion is a whole nother level. This guy feels like in his thorough preparation, the intensity at which he moves in the training room, he is more than ready to take the belt off the champion's weight.
And you can be sure when the champion comes out in a moment, challengers' eyes will be fixed upon him. We got a middleweight title fight tonight, folks. Let's go. So Israel Adesanya obviously was mashing through the middleweight division until his rival Alex Pereira showed up. But as he gets back on the proving ground here tonight, DC, most people believe on any given Saturday night, this is still the best middleweight in the world.
Well, he's proven it time and time again. He has been the man for so long, it would seem hard for him not to operate in that space. But because he believes in himself, because he recognizes who he is, he takes wins and losses as good as anyone I've ever seen. But when it comes down to the X's and the O's, the guy in his fight ability, Israel Adesanya is as good as they come. A phenomenal kickboxer in much improved wrestling that allows for him to stay upright and make guys fight him where he needs him to.
Really seems as though he is getting closer to that mixed martial arts prime, to your point, in terms of putting all the skills together. Israel Adesanya, the last style bender, back in the octagon here tonight. Tail of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now with the official introductions, we go inside the octagon of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, the natural Borralho. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Do it.
All right, always interesting to see the early portions of an Israel Adesanya fight. You know how electric a striker this is. You know how proud New Zealand is to have him as a Kiwi in the UFC. But a lot of fighters are going to try to take him down and punish him on the ground. Not a lot of fighters are going to have success with that. Let's see how the opposition chooses to attack Adesanya here tonight. Beautifully timed and placed front kick there by the kickboxer, and that's going to allow him, I would think, to really maintain this range against the overall more well-rounded fight.
I mean, yeah, he's in there with a guy that would seem to have more ways to win the fight, but if he stays at range here, kicking range, he's the best at that. So he needs to continue down this path, continue to throw those kicks straight at him and dart at him, poke at him to keep him at space so that he can fight his fight. Fast leg kick lands. Good takedown defense by Israel.
Beautiful hit.
Good jab there by the champion.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Oh, high kick lands flush. Unable to land the head kick there. Oh, beautiful land there by Adesanya. You hear this crowd just eating out of his hand, oohing and ahhing every time he advances.
I mean, he just captures your imagination from the walkout to the interest when he's in the octagon, the fighting style. He just kind of has that thing that makes you want to stop and stare at Israel Adesanya. He's back in the clinch. Watch for the knees to start to come down.
And he lands it.
Beautiful jab lands. Oh, nice. Nice. Beautiful shot lands to the leg.
Oh, man, another nice leg kick is there.
His opponent's got him in the clinch. He needs to break away and get back to his range because he threw a flying knee to the head.
All right, so we'll see what sort of defensive response ensues here. He's taken a lot of shots upstairs, and the swelling is there to prove it.
Got to keep those hands up. He might want to employ a high guard to try to ensure that the guy's not landing on those spots because the swelling's starting now, and it's light. But if he takes many more of these types of shots, it's going to get real bad.
Round two straight ahead. All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. So even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level mixed martial arts.
Nice land with that punch, clearly taking advantage of his big edge and reach.
Great job blocking that one. Oh, my goodness, what a kick!
We show you the head strikes. Oh, and he lands another combination here, really starting to get into a striking groove.
I mean, it's stringing them together so effectively, never throwing the same attack more than once. What a job to recognize all the openings in his opponent's defenses.
Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. Single leg takedown. Adesanya gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round two.
Work.
Kickboxing 101.
Leg kick lands.
Tremendous kickboxing skills on display there by the middleweight champ Israel Adesanya.
I mean, Israel Adesanya does not give any tell when he's going to strike. He does not...
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Oh!
Beautiful knee. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two. Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook a little bit.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish. Oh, wow, great jab there by Izzy.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Straight punch is true. Oh, pinpoint accuracy on the hook right there, DC.
That is a tremendous strike. Like Alex Pajeda, you develop a great hook, you can end nights of your opponents.
Interesting to see him mixing it up with the kicks here, some calf kicks, and now attacking the thigh effectively.
Just throwing a traditional leg kick. The traditional leg kick is a little higher. Everybody wants to talk about that calf kick right now. There's still a lot can be done with those traditional leg kicks.
All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad. It's because he was too stationary. He was on the receiving end of too many big shots. He was beat up. He was battered. He was bruised. And look at all the swelling. It shows that he has taken far too many.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round 3 of a possible 5. All right, another round is now underway. Pretty good previous 2 rounds. We'll see who makes the requisite adjustments now moving forward.
The adjustment.
Whoa!
He's in trouble. Oh, yeah.
Back to his feet.
He's hurting him bad, man. That right hook is nasty. That knee hurt him.
All right, so as a result of one of the... And how much more can he take? Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start. Great ground and pound by this man. Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Adesanya getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out.
That was a slick transition.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. Under 2 minutes now to go.
You gotta fight back.
Immediately gets the underhook. Takedown defense is there. All right, so the upper leg kicks have been a big storyline in this fight, and you gotta think at some point he's gonna switch stances or make an adjustment, or he's gonna lose this fight.
He's got to do something, because right now what he's doing has not worked. It's very clear that they did not expect this as part of his opponent's game plan, and he's been a step behind the entire time.
"45 seconds remain in the round." Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
15 seconds to go. Adesanya's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. All right, so there's the end of the round. You see the blood trickling down as he makes his way back to the stool. Cut on the bridge of the nose, or so it appears from the strike in that round. Cut man getting right to work. All right, so there's the end of the round. Few things in MMA more devastating than a head kick, and nearly produced a knockout for him there.
We talked to him earlier in the week, and he talked about chances to take the kicks high. He got a chance, he took it, he landed that kick and almost got the fight finished. Let's see if he can go and do that again.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you gotta change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing an amazing job. He hurt him bad. Oh, nice left hand.
Like that.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Back to his feet. Just misses with the jab there. Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. Oh, he gets up. The question is for how long?
Oh.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive these over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Nice shot to the body there. Back to his feet. Another knockdown! Under a minute to go in the round.
No, he's hurt. But look, he's a warrior. So he's gonna just try to go forward and try to finish, but his leg is destroyed.
Hard shots landing on both sides here. Ooh, nice uppercut from the champ.
Look at the control and the posture as that big knee lands.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, nasty cut right on the bridge of the nose. He is bleeding. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Back to the feet now.
That one landed clean.
Adesanya's limping now, Daniel. You see the right leg damaged, a lot of it courtesy of that last kick. So we'll see if he can figure out a way to get his footwork back and make the requisite adjustments. Throwing that jab now again, the fighter evades.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook.
Nice execution on the team.
But he needs to check one of these kicks. He has to discourage him from throwing this kick over and over again.
Nice connection on the counter punch there, and oftentimes, DC, it can be easier to be a counter striker when you have such a pronounced edge and reach. He missed with that jab attempt there. Back and forth we go. And back to his feet.
Oh, there we go.
Work, guys.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Adesanya. Oh, there's some good ground and pound here, and some swelling has now been caused on his opponent.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Modern fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Left hook to the head. Well, if this fighter gets back to the stool, he's going to get an earful from his coaches. Oh! That'll do it!
Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 47 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Caio the Natural Borralho.
All right, so how about this, DC? We have a new UFC middleweight champion, and in this era of the 185ers, this division has never been stronger. They're all chasing